Let's take a look at Nanmadol, now a severe tropical storm, but still bringing impacts across central areas of Japan. The good news, look at its movement, upwards of 60 kilometers per hour. It is getting on out of here. This after making landfall as the fourth strongest storm system on record in mainland Japan. Pressure was 935 hectopascals at landfall here. Winds up and over 200 kilometer per hour gusts. We did see reports of landslides as well as rain totals added up over 800 millimeters in just the past 72 hours. So just loads of impacts. Over 100,000 people without power across western half of the country as this storm system still bringing rainfall for central Honshu, but like I mentioned, it's going quick, upwards of 60 kilometers per hour now as it's wrapped up in the jet stream. Of course, still want to talk about this, but this is a forecast channel, so let's take a look at what else is going on, because if you take a look at the spaghetti models, look at this area here. There is another low that could bring additional rainfall for central areas of Honshu, and on top of that, a lot of the plots are picking up on another area east of Luzon. I'll get to that in just a second. Let's first talk about this area, which is going to be influencing central Honshu in the wake of Nanmadol. First off, you do have that monsoonal trough. This is the formation zone where we have just been seeing that river of moisture, and it looks like that it's just going to spit off this area of low pressure and try to cruise it towards the north, making landfall in central Honshu late week, possibly as a tropical storm. You know, there's a lot of variabilities, but I think that an increase in rainfall at the very least for central Honshu later this week, possible. Following all that heavy rain, not going to be welcomed at all by any means. The thing is, though, that is going to be embedded kind of with that latest troughing behind Nanmadol, so I don't think this is going to develop very strong. And based on my experience, that wouldn't be quite the case just on that northerly track like this. But, I mean, still more rain to an already saturated areas. Unnecessary, problematic. Take a look at the rainfall accumulation, though. So this is the bigger concern, I think, for the Philippines especially. That river of moisture, which is going to spawn off that low, also could spawn off a secondary low in the Philippine Sea. You can see that here on satellite imagery right there. Kind of got it trying to develop. And if we take a look at the total precipitable water vapor imagery, I like this, because it shows you kind of where the moisture is in the atmosphere. For example, there goes Nanmadol, and there's the dry air sweeping in behind it, bringing much better conditions as we go ahead through Tuesday into Wednesday. But look at this right in here, a little rotation, a little vorticity being picked up in the atmosphere. That's embedded with that moisture flow. So even if we don't get a tropical system right there, it's still going to help enhance the monsoonal flow based on what we're seeing right now. So that means more rainfall within that river of moisture for central and southern Luzon as that continues to kick up there. So let's take a look at some of the guidance. Show you what I'm talking about. First off, want to let you know that the Pagasa does expect a high chance of tropical development out there in the Philippine Sea, even a moderate chance in the West Sea as well, just all embedded in that monsoonal flow. Here's my graphic. It'll be coming up here in just a moment. There we are. So September 19th to the 25th. So over the next 7 days, they say a high chance of development in there. Even if we don't see a named storm system, let's say we don't get our latest tropical depression named, still could be looking at a low pressure area right there. Look at that. There's our first low. Secondary one developing right there. That's going to continue to feed the machine of that hanging habagat, as you call it out here, that enhanced monsoonal flow. So, boy, got a few things to talk about. Right now, I'm not saying a typhoon. Can't stress that enough. But something to watch. If you have any questions or anything like that, please let me know. That's the other thing. As always, thanks for watching. And of course, stay safe out there, guys. If you like these updates, check out our Patreon as well. All right.